So let me just go ahead and start jumping into this while I'm waiting for other people to jump on. So, hello, my name is Kenyatta. I am the owner of Star Life Wellness and Events, where we are a company where we teach people how to align to their highest possible good so that they can regulate their nervous system on their own, which means alignment. Okay, so we merge the scientific and the metaphysical into one to help you become the best possible version of yourself that you can be, right? So we help regulate your nervous system. We tap into who we really are, the powerful beings that we are. I teach practices that has helped me over the years. I have been researching metaphysical science data for over 10 plus years. I've studied, all types of, from Buddhist to Tibetism and, the Eastern practices, Taoism, all those Eastern practices, along with, Indian, Kabbalism and all that. Listen, there is a universal principle at the bottom of all of this. And the 12 universal laws, if you start putting the practices into place, okay, most of everything that I teach at the company that we have in our program comes from these principles of the 12 universal laws. And this is free information, okay? Most of the practices that we teach, all of the practices I teach are free for you to do. Do you understand? You get to choose, okay? I give you the cheat code, but I can't make you do it. That's just what it is. I can give you the cheat code, but I can't make you do it. So I am giving you guys the information that I have found that has not only it's helped me, I have created systems that help me regulate my nervous system, my thought patterns, my vibration, my manifestations. It has helped me shift a whole lot of mess that I had going on and made me a better person. I hope it's made me a better daughter, a better mother, a better friend, a better coworker, a better wife. I just hope that it made me all of those things. So I want to share that information with you. And again, each month for the year 2026, we are going to talk about one of the universal laws, okay? There are 12 of them. We just started month 3, so we will get into that second workshop later on. But I want to recap the first universal law, okay? So the universal laws have been in practice for a number of years. Matter of fact, let me pull my presentation up because I have this on... I am actually recording this as well, so just bear with me. If you have any questions at any time, just drop them into the chat. I will make sure I try to answer most of them as much as possible to my knowledge base. If you want references, let me know because I can pull I can actually email you the references if you want. And I'm probably going to put this on the website as well. So I'm going to take all the synapses that I'm going to discuss with you guys tonight and put it into some type of summary form and put it on the blog post on the website so you guys can go back and watch it. And you should be able to listen to the video on our YouTube page, okay, once I post that. But in order for you to get all that information and know what's going on at the company and all the information that we send out weekly, you have to go ahead and subscribe to us on our website. It's absolutely free, okay? Just become a tribe member. That is the absolutely free membership, okay? We have 3 memberships. We have 3 subscriptions. But there is a free one that is just becoming a tribe membership where you get all the information, all the data. You get discounts on any of our products and our retreats and all that. You get first information knowledge for sure. What was this called? So let me pull up my presentation really quickly. So let me tell you about the story, how I got into this. I kind of got into this because, I had gotten to a point in my life where I just was had hit rock bottom. I don't know if anybody has ever, been there where you hit rock bottom and you're like, you know what, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't. I had been raised as a spiritual person. And so I had a spiritual base, and I was doing what the spiritual base had told me to do, and things was not changing. Maybe not as much as or quickly as I wanted it to be, but I had to find something, and I had to do something. And I was at a critical point to where I was just like ready to give up on everything. And sometimes you have to get to that point to say, you're done trying. You're done pushing yourself. You're done trying to figure it out yourself. And it was at a critical point in my life. I was at the lowest point in my life, and I just gave up. I had a really good friend in my life that was pushing me to take this trip. One of the trips that was on my bucket list. And I just bit the bullet. I trusted God, and I booked a trip. But the entire way, I was so nervous about going on this trip because I was going by myself. I was going to meet friends in Europe, but I was initially traveling across the pond by myself again. And I was going to spend at least 2 days by myself. But, I never did that. But I prayed, and I set my intentions. That's exactly what I did. I set my intentions, and I said, Creator, whoever, source, whatever you want to be called, I give up. I don't know what this is. I don't know what love is, because I feel like I don't even love myself. But I wanted to see myself through the divine oneness eyes, right? I just want to see myself differently. And throughout that trip, I was given a book, 2 or 3 books, and all of them had to do with metaphysics, inner engineering, energy in your body and how it goes through your cells. Like, there was a lot of information, and I took the time, because I had the time to actually slow down, read, ingest the information, and it started me on a journey of self-healing, learning more and more about myself, and this divine creation that has been created. Okay. So with that comes a lot of, once you start knowing about yourself and knowing about your worth, knowing about how powerful a being that you are, that changes your perspective on a lot of things. So you technically can heal your own self through the power of your mind. Anybody know anything about Dr. Joe Dispenza? Raise your hand. Put it in the chat. Listen. Yes, he is one of the ones that I have read and studied profusely. A lot of his research is really good scientific based information, and I love how he's documented it himself. So if you know anything about that, if you just want to just dive into this head first without any guidance, go get Dr. Joe's first book, which is Supernatural Human. I think I'm quoting that right. Supernatural Human. Baby, it will change your life. But I digress. So there are 12 universal laws, and these principles are scientific backed because they have been doing scientific research on a lot of them for a number of years. And a lot of scientists don't even understand that they are doing a research project or a study on one of these 12 universal laws. So there's 12 of them. We're going to cover each one each month. Okay. So the first one that I have previously covered, if you missed that one, go to my YouTube page. There is a video on there about that. The first law, and we're just going to recap the first law. The first law out of the 12 universal laws is the law of divine oneness. The reason why this information is important to you is because this is the foundation of your self-healing. This is the foundation of learning who you are and the powerful being that you are inside, that you have been created to be. We have sold ourselves short for so many years because of our thought patterns. So in order to correct that, You have to change your thought patterns. In order to change your thought patterns, you have to be open to something new. You have to be open to doing something new, looking at it from a different lens, saying, I don't know it all. Let me try. The law of divine oneness is that everything is connected. That's simple. That's easy. Okay? But it also gets deep. It can be something as simple as the roots of fungus. There is a series out there. Please go catch it. The roots of fungus cross the entire globe. Okay? They all are interconnected and they all talk to each other. There is scientific data on this. I'm talking about mushrooms. Fungus. Okay? These fungus are alive and they're very intelligent and their roots go so deep and that the vibration that they talk to each other, they know, listen, there is a documentary on it. There is about this scientist who did all this testing on it. Please believe. Gotta find it. I think it's on Netflix or YouTube, one of those. But that is a perfect example of everything is connected. Okay? Everything's connected. You are connected to everything that's around you. Just like your blood is connected to everyone in your family. Your DNA is connected to everyone in your family. We can identify where you come from. We can identify your people. We can identify your origination based off of your blood and your DNA. Because we're all connected. Okay? Example number 2. The first human. Are we all not connected? Which one comes first, the chicken or the egg? Do you see? This gets a little deep. If you start thinking about it, it gets a little deep. So the law of divine oneness teaches that everything in the universe is connected. Every person, every thought, every action, every living thing that exists is connected on a larger system, like the ant kingdom. We've seen all these, how the ant kingdom works and how the bee kingdom works, like on a microscopic level. Think of our universe on that grander level and think of all the other universes that are out there. Like, this gets really, really deep. Okay, we are all connected to one source, one thing, one energy. Energy is not created nor destroyed. Energy just moves. You can't create energy. You cannot destroy it. But you can see it. Just gonna drop that bomb. Anyway, the law states that everything is interconnected, okay? Including people, nature, energy, your thought patterns, your actions. Nothing exists completely independently, because your thoughts dictate your actions. Your actions dictate what comes into your life, right? Like, you can't just go kill somebody and then expect nothing to happen. They're gonna come get you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so everything's connected. Your thought pattern comes from your family, your upbringing. Like, everything's interconnected, okay? Many cultures have taught that the idea of interconnectedness, okay? Hermetic physiology describes the universe as one living system. Buddhism teaches interdependence, meaning that beings rely on each other. African philosophy, Ubuntu, expresses the idea through the phrase, I am because we are. So yes, we are all interconnected. This is an age-old principle. This is where I'm talking about the Eastern practices, the Eastern, all this stuff. It's we're all interconnected. This has been taught and has been a principle for thousands and thousands of years, okay? Modern science also has showed interconnected systems in the ecology. Again, mushrooms, Okay, so this is scientific data that's just showing this just on our planets. The plants, all the animals, the water, the soil, everything is interconnected. Our climate relies on each other's ecosystems. Quantum physics suggests that particles may remain connected across distance through a phenomenon known as quantum entanglement. Listen. For all you nerds, that is deep. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. The universal laws go as deep as the scientific data of quantum entanglement that they are studying right now in CERN, Switzerland. Okay? So this is an age-old principle that has been around for thousands of years, and it's something simple that you just have to turn on in your head and say, okay, we are all connected. My decisions affect the people around me. My decisions affect my family, my friends, all that. We're all interconnected. We are all one. So what we do on this planet affects everything. It affects the animals. It affects the plants. It affects the sky. It affects the sun. Let me give you a real life example, okay? And we're just talking about Universal Law 1, right? A teacher encourages his students to perform one act of kindness a week. Okay, within weeks, the classroom environment changed. This was a study that was done. Students helped each other with more conflicts, and more conflicts decreased. Okay, small positive actions, small positive chains can have a ripple effect in a group. If you come into a room and you feel tension, I'm quite sure everybody's done that. If you felt that before, like seriously, put it in the chat. Say, yes, I felt it. I know what you're talking about. You can go into a room and you can feel that there's some tension. Somebody don't like each other. What's going on? You can feel that. That's an energy that you feel. But if you go in that room and you come in with positive energy and you're like, hey, what's up? Why y'all so tense? Like let's have fun. What we doing here? Like that changes the environment. So when we say we're all connected, your energy affects my energy affects your energy. If you're constantly around people that are negative, that's going to affect your energy, and you're going to always say negative things because that's what you're hearing all day. That's what they're saying, and you want to be in the group. So you're going to start saying the same thing and start thinking the same way. This is why it's important that you are careful who you surround yourself with. If you want a happy life, if you want a positive life, if you want to manifest the best things in life, you have to be around a certain environment. Okay? For another real life example, a single plastic bottle may seem insignificant, right? Just throwing a single plastic bottle just out the window. You think that's insignificant, right? But what if billions of people do that at the same time? Okay, that can actually affect the plant life. It could affect the ocean life. It affects wildlife. Like plastic takes a really long time to biodegrade. This is why they're saying plastic is bad. All right. So each person has a part to play. Okay. So we are all interconnected.